Fox, the Camden man wanted for sexual assault charges is still on the run tonight.
And we're learning more information about the victim, who police say is a teen.
Fox 14's Gabrielle Pfeiffer obtained the report and has the details on this incident.
Police are still searching for Philip Michael Gordon, and you can see him there on your screen. He's wanted on first-degree sexual assault charges. According to police, this incident was reported in March when a teenage boy alleged that Gordon performed oral sex on him while he was sleeping. It's not clear exactly how old the teen is, though he is considered a minor. Genital swabs and some of the teen's clothing were taken in as evidence, and investigators also completed a sexual assault kit. A warrant was issued for Gordon's arrest on June 16th, and he has not been apprehended. We're detailing more on what was included in that report, but for now, I'm Gabrielle Pfeiffer reporting in Camden. I'll send it back to you.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Also sincere shalom to you other elders, you brethren, you followers of the truth, you few sisters, and let me say shalom to the elect. Okay, I want to go in this video here real quick. The brother, screen name Judah 1969, will sends me clips from time to time, and I seen this video kind of surfacing, and I said, well, first thing I thought of is the apologetics. Okay, the Christian apologetics, the defenders of the Bible. And we're going to prove without a doubt, according to scriptures, that these men who come up claiming to defend the Bible against so-called Hebrew Israelism is not defending the Bible against evil and wickedness, because they call us evil, but they're not defending the gospel. Okay, anyway, this pastor, which I see other people have done videos outside of the truth, is just surfacing around. This pastor has allegedly committed some form of vile act with a young boy. Okay? They say teenager. We don't know how old he is. I mean, he could be, if he's teens, he could be 13, maybe up to 17. Okay? But he hit the guy over the head and took off or whatever. This pastor, and I'll read the story, this pastor lured the young man into the bedroom, okay, and so-called took advantage, which tells you that these pastors are predators. Now this goes back to what we've been saying, and I've been saying in countless videos dealing with the apologetics, the Christian apologetics, apologists, what you want to call them. They're not defending the gospel. They're not defending the Bible. They're not rebuking their fellow Christians. And this behavior of Christianity has been bred into the Christian church. Now you got to understand that this pastor may have had some form of molestation as a young man himself by another pastor, but then him, before him, through another pastor and another pastor, all the way on back. This is nothing more than Roman Catholicism. It's the same behaviors that you see in these other so-called Christian, we'll say those churches, that we see in all these churches. We see a lot of this happening now. Okay? A lot of this happening. I'm not saying every Christian pastor does that, but we will say that you haven't heard of any so-called Hebrew Israelism movement behaving in that way. Now we don't know if somehow it'll be set up, and you know, everybody knows that we don't roll like that. And I'm talking about all Israelite groups. None of us roll like that. In fact, we teach 1,000% against that. But we're the hate group. But this guy who's indoctrinated by Christianity and supports Christianity and is a Christian apologetic, so to speak, because all Christians believe they're defenders of the Bible, nobody has anything to say. This man is on the run, right? As we've been telling you, this is what these Christians do. These preachers, they're not only predators for your wife, okay, or your sister, or your mother, or your aunt. They're predators for your sons, right? They're predators to anything that move. You might have to watch them coming in your house, having an animal in your house. This is how bad it gets. Anyway, I'll read a couple scriptures, and then I'll read the story. 1 Timothy 5:20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. What happened to the Christian apologetics? What happened to you guys? These stories come out day in and day out. You're not defending our doctrine. In fact, you're coming against our doctrine. You're not doing anything to bring substance to our doctrine. You're trying to bring substance to your doctrine by discrediting our doctrine. The problem is, you are not correcting your own doctrine. This is Christianity at its finest or at its worst. Okay? This is what we see happening, man. First, Titus 2:15. Titus 2:15. These things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority. Let no man despise thee. Why isn't the Christian apologetics rebuking? Now that's a great millstone. We rebuke everybody. We get on everybody. We are following this Bible. We've even gotten on ourselves. We have counsels amongst ourselves and get on one another. That's what you call correction. You can't correct anything, sweeping anything under the rug, allowing this behavior. Anybody in their right mind should know what's up when it comes to these houses that our people are going to, man. Anyway, let me read a little bit of this article. Well, first it says, let me see here. This man is wanted, you know. Philip Michael Gordon. This is a few days ago. Wanted, the Camden Police Department is seeking information on the whereabouts of Philip Michael Gordon. Okay? He's an alderman of the city Camden, for city of Camden, wanted for first-degree sexual assault. First degree. And it gives his height and his weight and everything else. And you would think this is, you know, smooth cut type guy, you know. You would think, you know, it kind of look like, I believe, Jalen Rose, right? You would think a smooth cut, line up, you know. And this is another thing that these Christians are doing. They're growing beards. Now, it would be nice to sit at a panel just like Vocab Malone, you know. It would be, Vocab Malone, who, you know, to sit on the panel and discuss this behavior amongst the Christian apologetics, right? This would definitely be something to discuss and have a 2-hour-long conversation. I know I'd get the popcorn and watch it. Anyway, the story says, according to the report of the Camden Police Department on March 14, 2021, an officer was dispatched to the lobby of Camden Police Department to make contact with a juvenile male who was accompanied by his mother and grandmother. I'll try to get to the point. The juvenile stated that he was picked up from his house around 10:45 p.m. to 11 p.m. by Gordon. The juvenile stated that Gordon had mentoring him since last October, okay, when they met up at the juvenile's mother's wedding. Okay, so this was all set up and planned. Okay. Also, I got this Jake. I don't think he knows he's an Israelite, but he's a Jake. He does a lot of these stories on his pastors. You know, Dawson's TV, Denise Dawson channel, and I see a lot of these stories that people send to him, and just like some brothers may send me some of these clips as well. And we do videos on this stuff, man. And I don't mind it, through the Spirit. Because we exposing. The scripture says to expose the wicked. It says, according to the report, Gordon brought the juvenile back to Gordon's residence, where the juvenile got tired and went to sleep on the couch. Due to the couch being cluttered, Gordon told the juvenile to go to sleep in his bed. The juvenile said he woke up later. Gordon woke up later to Gordon engaging in oral sex with him, that there was semen on the juvenile's shirt. Okay? That's where you get the word semen from. Like somebody, this is where this proves where life comes from men. Seamen. Like one goes out to the ocean and catch fish, they call him a seaman. Okay? Anyway, the juvenile stated that he had then hit Gordon in the head, causing Gordon to leave and then go to the bathroom. The juvenile called his grandmother, stating that he touched me. I don't know if it got to that part where he said it's all on his shirt, that he felt bad about it. I don't know. Either way, he took advantage of the young teen, man. The juvenile told Gordon that he needed to go home because he was in trouble, according to the juvenile. Gordon told him, don't tell no one. Says on June 15, Judge Hamilton issued a warrant for Gordon's arrest. Let's go back to the scriptures. Ezekiel 3:17. Okay, son of man, I made you a watchman to the house of Israel. And these apologists, they say now you can be a spiritual Israelite. Okay, so now that you're spiritual Israelites, what's up? Where's the defense? Where's the defenders coming to defend? Where's the real apologists? We are. We're the real apologists, man. Son of man, I made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Whenever you hear the word from my mouth, give them warning from me. If I say to the wicked man, you shall surely die, but you do not warn him to speak out to warn him from his wicked way, to save his life, that wicked man will die in his iniquity, and I will hold you responsible for his blood. This is a different translation. They just jump to these translations. I knew that didn't sound right, but it says the same thing. It says, and give them warning from me when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So, how can you consider yourself real apologetics, real defenders of the gospel, if you're not warning the wicked of his wicked way? So as a Christian community, and you're not warning other Christians about this behavior, and let's say you haven't seen this particular video, you can Google many cases of all forms of molestation and abuse and murder, deceit, theft, robbery, everything that makes up a good movie, so to speak. But they're only concerned with the dangers of Hebrew Israelism. Now, we haven't seen a Hebrew Israelite molest boys or children, right? We may have seen a Hebrew Israelite who was wicked and have abused his wife, right? And you may have seen incidents where some of this stuff, I believe, is set up, where they might have committed some hate crime. Has nothing to do with us. But we will speak on it, and we will bring it up, and we will say how wicked it is if you are trying to be an Hebrew Israelite, or let me say believing you're a Hebrew Israelite, and you have those type of behaviors. We will speak on it. We will rebuke you, right? We will say it's wicked. Even as a Hebrew Israelite, we'll say that is wicked. But I've yet to see a Christian come out, do videos, and put stuff up and say, well, this is wicked. There's so much in defense of the so-called Christian community in the churches, and if these guys focus more on what's going on in the Christian church, and what's happening in that church, then maybe they can bring more members back to their community. But it seems is that they're creating an entertainment platform and trying to build their reputation by coming against the Hebrew Israelites to build themselves to give themselves a new reputation, which they're learning from us, and they're creating a new platform off of us. But meanwhile, we're gaining more and more momentum. Why? Because we're exposing everything around us. These guys, these Christian apologetics, they can't even go into the political arena. There's some Christians who do. That's on the outside of that. But these apologetics, no, they can't do that. They will not talk about prophecy. They will not talk about what's going down, things to save your soul, if they claim they're so-called Christians. And this is the hypocrisy we see with the Christians, man. That's all I have on that. Shalom.